It's game 2 of championship weekend on this Saturday, and then we've got a good one between Parkview and Marion in the 5A State Basketball Championship. I'm RJ Hawk along with Bobby Swafford. And Bobby, you know, we've had a lot of good men's basketball games, a lot of good women's basketball games, but this one is shaping up to be a dandy here at Banco ZK Arena.
Oh, we're going to love America today because we're all Patriots between Marion and Parkview. That's following up a dominant performance, what we saw in game 1 on championship Saturday. And I don't know what other superlatives you can say about Easton McCullough in Farmington that hasn't already been said.
Yeah, no, that Farmington put on a great just a show. And she had 32 points in the ball game, and there's a reason why she's the best basketball player in the state of Arkansas at the women's division right now. And but we've had a lot of those go on, and I'm looking forward to some of the matchups. We've got 2 players. Actually, we've got about 4 that are going to play college basketball here, and we will highlight them. That's the rest of the schedule for today. Tonight's ball game, the Bryant and Central game, and then you've got the 6A girls. Both those games are going to be dandies as well. But we're going to talk more about this one is when we come back, because we've got 2 stellar teams in Class 5A, and you're watching it on the Centennial Bank Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TV Sports. Better connected together, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
This is UAMS, an Arkansas Academic Medical Center, where research discoveries bring new hope and cures, where care is delivered by doctors who also train the next generation of health professionals, where specialists deliver treatment with compassion and respect for all patients across Arkansas. This is UAMS.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Back here at Banco ZK Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas, you can see the crowd starting to make their way in for this Class 5A state championship game between Parkview and Marion. It's going to be a dandy of a ball game. Let's look at how both these 2 teams got here, and we'll start with the Parkview Patriots. And for Parkview, it all started with Texarkana. They won that ball game 71-59. They move on into the bracket to take on West Memphis. Took care of them pretty easily, 73-46. Then they beat Benton 55-43 to make it to the state championship right here against Marion. And Bobby, a lot of good players, but Jacob Laneir is one guy that you can look at to being a player of the game for this team.
He's a player that this state's been looking forward to watching in the championship for a couple of years now, bounced around from a couple of different schools. But today finally has the Patriots in a championship game, 27 points and 8 rebounds for the 6'6 senior who's committed to play at the next level in Nebraska. Finding a way to get him going is going to be key for Parkview. Also got to keep an eye on Aiden Hainsbury, 18 points, 3 rebounds. Going to go to play the next level at Harding. So those are the keys for Parkview to be successful. Take advantage of their size. You've got to find a way to disrupt Marion's rhythm. Both of these teams are going to really want to grind it out defensively, and the key to any time you step on the championship floor, you got to control the glass.
Okay, let's look at the Marion Patriots and how they got to their state championship game. And for Marion, it all started with Van Buren, and they won that game 71-49. You move on, take on Greenbrier. It's a 17-point game, 67-50. Then in the semifinals, 41-30, a little bit closer of a ball game than what a lot of people thought, like with Farmington. That's how they made it to the state championship game, and they are loaded. I mean, Marion's got players from top to bottom. Who are we looking at in this one?
Yeah, both these teams had to go through other 1 seeds to get to the championship game, but when you start with Marion, they're deep. But Jalen Neal is the player to watch as this game's about to tip off. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 6'3" senior, but they are deep. Coach Sammy Lewis tells us they're going to play 9, maybe 10 guys in their normal rotation. But for the Marion Patriots to be successful, they got to limit the runs. You got to make sure that Laneir cannot get in transition, because that's when he is so dangerous, but also handle the emotion. Little Rock Parkview is going to have a huge crowd. It's a big weekend for Little Rock basketball as a whole, going back to last night and even tonight's games. So they're going to have a pro Parkview crowd. How does Marion handle the emotions in the atmosphere?
Well, the starters are making their way onto the court. The Patriots are being announced right now. And we're just about set for championship action here at Bank OZK Arena between the Marion Patriots and the Little Rock Parkview Patriots. Think about this. The last time a state championship was won for the Patriots of Marion was 2019. 2018 was for the Parkview Patriots. A lot of similarities, but one big difference between these two programs, Parkview's had 13 state titles in school history.
Yep. A lot of tradition between both of these programs, but neither one of these coaches were members of those championship teams. So how do the coaches handle the emotions of going out here playing for a championship? What happens when the other Patriot makes a run? It's going to be really intriguing the first 4 or 5 minutes. I love to say it when we start these broadcasts, RJ. This arena does funny things to teams. Great shooting teams struggle. Teams that maybe don't shoot it so well come out on fire.
It's going to be Higgins. Nobody took the jump. Probably the weirdest jump ball that has ever taken place. And Parkview's going to they're going to start things off. They're disheveled already. You said weird things happen at the arena.
Yeah.
Now here's Parkview with the basketball. As Bruce Williams has it, he'll take it in the lane with the right hand. Just throws it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Marion.
These guys have played hundreds of basketball games together, RJ, but all of a sudden a ring's on the line, and you almost go brain dead for a few moments.
Here is the inbound pass. That's to Randall. Now swings it left side into the hands of Higgins, and he'll step out of bounds. And so Parkview will get the basketball with 7:28 to play here in the first quarter.
Nice job by Parkview's defense to win the race to the spot, win the race to the baseline, and force Marion out of bounds. These two defenses pride themselves. And it's going to be a grind every possession up and down the floor.
So with the ball is Conway. Excuse me, that's actually out to Laneir. Lanier's going to fade away on the baseline. Can't get it to go. It's taken by Marion. Working quickly now. As Neal goes down low. Nice pass. That's Randall. And that's the first score of the ball game. Marion leads it 2-0.
Chandler Randall leads Parkview 16 points per contest. This sneaks in behind the defense and gets Marion out in front.
Wills trying to spin in the lane. Lost the handle. It's taken by Marion. Working quickly is Randall. And it's blocked and rejected at the rim. That time rejected by Laneir.
What a job to get back defensively and show off a little athleticism. The elevation in the rejection.
So Marion will get the basketball in front of the Parkview bench. Inbounding is going to be Randall. He'll get it into Higgins. 6:41 to play, first quarter. Extra Higgins, the 5'9" senior. Gonna have it on the wing. Now swings it left side to Randall. Randall, left side of the paint with the right hand, can't get it to go. Marion gets the offensive rebound. And now we've got a whistle and a travel. just shuffled his feet.
Randall's been really active in these early moments for Marion. You can see why the offense goes through him, but that time got sped up by the defensive pressure from Parkview and turned it over.
So Joshua Wills, the 6'1 senior, will bring it up for Parkview. Wills going to hand it off to Laneir. Now here's a deep three, and he's going to sink it with the bottom of the net. That's Aiden Hansberry. Averages 18.3 points per game. He's a 39% three-point shooter.
Going to Harding to play at the next level. Missed some time in his high school career because of an injury, but he's as good of a shooter as you're going to see on the floor today.
Jalen Neal with the basketball now. Neal thought about pulling up. Now going to go down low out to Black. Black with the right hand hook. No, can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in by Parkview, but we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor.
See these two teams, how aggressively they're going at every rebound, every possession. Going to be so critical. Crowd doesn't like how that call goes against Parkview.
Yeah, they're going to call that against Colby Bell, the 6'2 senior for Parkview. Inbound's going to come top of the key out to Randall. He'll swing it to the left corner to Neal for three. Can't get it to go. Skies for the rebound, and Parkview's going to come down with it as Jacob Laneir is going to bring it up. Laneir in the lane, lost the handle on it, kicks it out. Now here's a three ball left side. That's Colby Bell.
It's a great extra pass there from Laneir. Recognized the defense was converging. Bell was spotted up and he strokes it.
Now here's a kick out the right side to Little John. They put it up, can't get it to go. Parkview comes down with it. Aiden Hansberry now. Hansberry gonna keep it himself. Just throws up a wild shot, can't get it to go. Laneir's right there with the follow.
That may be the most underrated part of Laneir's game, the 8 rebounds that he averages per contest. Not afraid to get in the paint and mix it up in a 6'6" frame.
8-2 is our score. Parkview on top of Marion. Randall has the basketball. Nice bounce pass in the lane, but they can't get it to go. That's Jackson Black, but there's a whistle and a foul. So Jackson Black will head to the free throw line. Gonna shoot 2 shots. First free throw is good. Boy, it's got a lot of rotation on that ball when he throws it up there. Checking in the ball game for Parkview will be Chris Edwards. He'll come in for Jermaine Conway. There's our officials today. You've got Lauren Thomas, Justin House, and Mike Van Jr.
Shout out to those officials. You know, these players work hard to get here, so do the officials.
And I tell you this, Bobby, and I've heard a lot of people in the arena doing the other radio broadcast. The officiating has been outstanding this state tournament, as was, throughout the regular season, but just seems like it's been a little bit different this year. It's been really good.
Yeah. Man, that's what you want to have. You want to have your best officials calling the biggest games.
Here's a try to put back. That time, trying to go with the putback was Chris Edwards, and there was a foul called as he was up around the rim, and so he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And everything is going to be so contested at the baskets, and we know easy buckets allowed either way. Edwards going to have to earn his pair at the line.
First free throw is good. Parkview extending their lead to 9-4.
It's been a struggle offensively, though, for Marion. Just 14% from the floor, 1 of 7 to start. And the one that they were able to get to go was a backdoor cut that was wide open underneath the basket. I'm going to have to find something creative to get open against this stiff Parkview defense.
That takes it to a 10-4 lead in favor of Parkview, as Higgins is going to bring it up for the Marion Patriots. Higgins goes with the alley-oop off the glass. It's good.
It's about as high percentage as you're going to get, RJ. Defense converges on the drive. The dish right at the rim, and Bruin finishes.
And here's a steal. It's going to be taken over by Neal. Can't get it to go.
think he was in between making the decision of dishing it off on the 2-on-1 or taking himself, and made that decision too late.
Here's Laneir. He goes in the lane. We've got a whistle, and we're going to have a blocking foul. No, they're going to say it's a charge against Laneir, and that will take us to our first media timeout. Parkview 10, Marion 6. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
So today was the first annual Harvest for Hope event. There's so much going on in agriculture right now. So we talked about what could we do to have an immediate impact for farmers. So we said, let's put a concert together and let's have it for to raise awareness of a topic that not a lot of farmers want to talk about.
So many people across the state support Arkansas agriculture, and we need to, because we don't just feed our families, we feed the state, we feed the United States, and we feed the world right here in Arkansas.
Coming soon on Arkansas TV.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
This is UAMS, an Arkansas Academic Medical Center, where research discoveries bring new hope and cures, where care is delivered by doctors who also train the next generation of health professionals, where specialists deliver treatment with compassion and respect for all patients across Arkansas. This is UAMS.
Well, there's a look at our coaches. Jason Harrison, the Parkview head coach. He's a first-year head coach for Parkview. And Sammy Lewis, the Marion head coach.
Parkview coaching staff honoring the late great Coach Al Flanagan, a legend in our state.
Boy, how many, always had that towel that he had over his shoulder anytime he was calling a ball game. So here is Marion. Here's a three in the corner. In and out, no good. Rebounds pulled in by Laneir.
Shot didn't go, but that's a really good look from Marion. They'll take that every possession.
And the ball's just ripped away, lost a shoe, and it's going to be taken by Neal. And we've got a whistle and a foul. On the other end of the floor, Dexter Higgins, he stole it away and lost his shoe all at the same time.
That's a flat tire. It's hard to get that Ferrari going. You're only operating on one wheel. Start to see that Marion depth as they bring in a line change. Again, Coach Sammy Lewis told us he's going to play 9, if not 10, in his rotation.
So Corbin Littlejohn's got the basketball. He's going to stand around the jump circle. 10-6 is our score. Parkview leads. Littlejohn goes down low with it. They try to get over to Bailey and lost the handle on it. Here comes Parkview. Working quickly in the lane. We've got a whistle and a charge. Charge is going to go against Aiden Hansberry.
Parkview faithful didn't like it, but the officiating crew says Marion got back, got set defensively. It's a tough call there, but the 50-50 call says Bruin was there in time to draw the charge.
So it'll be a 30-second timeout charge to Parkview. And looks to me like Jason Harrison's trying to get some answers on the charge call.
Well, those 50-50 calls that can really go either way, and this one goes the way of Marion. And we've seen enough basketball, RJ, to know that those usually even themselves out. But at least in this instance, it goes in the way of the home Patriots.
The block charge call is the most opinionated call in, I think, all of sports.
That is correct.
Outside of maybe balls and strikes, things on the corner, that's about the most opinionated call.
Yeah. Because honestly, it's not even subjective. I mean, it's really all about if you think they're set, but one perspective is always going to be differing from a coach or a fan. But guess what? One of those is getting paid, the other one paid to be here.
So back to action as Marion's got the basketball. Here's Littlejohn in the lane, bounces it off the glass. It's good.
Nice job of creating some space there. Littlejohn, he's a stat sheet stuffer. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists off the bench.
So Laneir with the basketball as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Laneir can't get it to go. High rebound that time for Marion as Bruin pulled it in. Working quickly with a really long Euro step. Did he call a foul?
Called a foul on the pass. The Euro step. I mean, it really looked like the defender was going to the ground before there was contact even initiated. They actually said the passes there, excuse me, the foul was going to be there on the pass on Amesbury, so not on the attempted charge take. But they're in the bonus. Parkview's already over the maximum limit of 5 personal fouls, so free throws the rest of this quarter for Marion.
3 players set to check in for Parkview, 2 more for Marion. 1:58 to play here in the first quarter. For as quickly as the girls' game in the 5A championship went, the boys have really slowed down the pace a little bit.
Yeah, that's an understatement. You're talking about 2 completely different styles. Even though Farmington and Mountain Home don't mind to get up and run a little bit, these 2 teams are trying to make it a track meet.
Checking in the ball game for Parkview is going to be Brian Williams. Off the front of the rim, and Marion comes with the offensive rebound.
Empty trip at the foul line, but a second chance at it.
Here's a 3-point attempt, and it's no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Marion.
That's the one thing that will give a coach gray hair more faster than anything else. Offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. Missed 2 free throws, but now they're getting a 3rd look at it.
Now coming in for Parkview, they'll bring in Bruce Williams. The lane this time is Bailey, can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in that time by Conway. Now here comes Randall, or excuse me, that's actually Wills, as Wills will give it off to Laneir. 1:25 to play here in the first quarter. Laneir in the lane with a right hand, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Still nothing. Laneir's back in there and gets to go.
I like Laneir's aggressiveness again on the offensive glass. He hasn't got open offensively. That's twice now he's got an offensive rebound and a putback.
Down to 1 minute to play left here in the first quarter. Parkview on top, 12-8. Littlejohn has the basketball, goes right side to Bailey. Bailey trying to work around the defender, back to Littlejohn. 5 on the shot clock. Ball's going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds on the game clock.
So Parkview gets set defensively, and they get the rotation working. This man-to-man, the switches, and Marion's going to take a timeout. That's how important these final possessions of this first quarter are, because they know that trailing 4 can't afford to let Parkview stretch that lead out anymore.
The defense, and we've talked about this, by really both these 2 teams has been pretty good. And for as much as both teams are wanting to run, the defenses are slowing this pace down quite a bit.
And they are. And that's what's going to keep this game from getting up into the 80s or 90s, is because the way these 2 teams do play defensively. If you don't get an immediate fast break opportunity and you allow either one of these teams to get back defensively and set up their man-to-man, it's going to be a real struggle to get anyone going consistently on the offensive ends.
Right now, Parkview is shooting 40% for the game, while Marion's shooting 23% on 3 of 13 shooting. It's crazy to think that Marion has just made 3 baskets so far in this one. Feels like we've been playing a long time to only make 3 baskets.
That's right. Got to find a way to take advantage of those second chance opportunities.
Here's a shot from 3, no good. And There's a shot clock violation, and Parkview's going to get the basketball. Inbound, or coming into the ball game for Parkview is going to be Hansberry.
A little voice in my head, a.k.a. Nathan, back in the boots, has told me all these offensive rebounds for Marion. How about 6 of them already, but 0 second chance points?
Yeah.
Got to be able to finish in the lane.
Here comes Parkview as the ball got deflected away and taken by Little John. Working quickly now is Bailey. He flips it over to Randall. He can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in by Parkview. Down to 20 seconds to play in the quarter.
Even when it's a 3-on-1 fast break opportunity, nothing coming easy against Parkview's defense.
Hansberry, he's going to get fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line and shoot 2.
And you're talking 3-on-1, have the numbers, and a deflected pass completely derails it.
So Aiden Hansberry at the line. He's got 3 points on the day. First trip to the free throw line. And he leaves it short. Now coming in for Parkview is going to be Chris Edwards. He'll check in for Laneir.
You look at this Parkview roster, you know, Laneir averages 27, Hansberry 18. Nobody else averages more than 6 points per contest. So it really is a two-headed monster for Parkview, but of course that's been good enough for them to get to 26 wins this year.
So there's 15 seconds on the game clock as Bailey has it. He'll get it in over to Ford. Down to 5 seconds. Here's Black in the lane, tried to scoop it, couldn't get it to go. Rebounds taken by Parkview, and that'll do it for the quarter. So as we've ended 1 quarter of play, the Parkview Patriots lead this 5A championship 13-8, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ken Warden, Commissioner of the Arkansas Division of Higher Education and a member of the Arkansas 250 Commission. As we approach America's 250th anniversary, communities across Arkansas are preparing to celebrate our shared history. We're working with local leaders to support meaningful, locally driven events that honor the people, places, and stories that shaped our state and nation. Visit america250.ade.arkansas.gov and join us as we connect with our nation's history, celebrate Arkansas's unique story, and contribute to the state's future success.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
RJ and I have one goal today, and that's to make you a smarter human being. And with that, we bring today's trivia question. What's the record for the most assists in a game by a single player?
So I've been really good at like answering these. I'm going to say like 25.
You're trending in the right direction.
I think it's going to be around 25.
How old do you think that record is?
Oh, that record is, I'd say it's 32 years old. We'll find out here after a little while. Here's Parkview with the basketball. Pulling up for 3, can't get it to go. Laneir got it though. He'll go back up with the right hand. He does get it to go.
Third offensive putback for Laneir for all 6 of his points.
Just underway here in the second quarter. Parkview with the basketball. Or excuse me, Marion with the basketball as Higgins has got it. Higgins tried to go out to Bailey and just got deflected out of bounds. It was last touched by Brian Williams. Now coming in is going to be Jalen Neal. He'll come into the game for Davion Bailey. Higgins with the basketball. Neal finds Little John into the lane, lost the handle on it, and now we've got a jump ball, and the possession arrow stays with Marion.
Last handful of possessions, Parkview's pack it into the zone, and Marion's trying to beat it off the dribble, and that's the one thing you cannot do. You have to beat the zone off the pass, because as soon as that ball hits the floor, all those red uniforms are converging and getting their hands around the basketball.
Ball's going to go into the backcourt. And they had to throw it the length because of the shot clock. And so now Parkview will get the basketball back.
We haven't seen many shot clock violations this weekend in all the championship games, but again, I know we're going to say it till we're blue in the face today. Every possession is going to be a task just to get a shot up.
Laneir is going to get the ball into the front court as he'll take it cross court. Puts in the hands of Wills. He'll lose the handle on it, and it's going to be taken by Neal. Now in the lane to Bailey. He can't get it to go. The foul is no good. Parkview comes down with the rebound, but we have a foul.
All these offensive rebounds and still no points to show for it for Marion. And crowd not necessarily a huge fan of that call, but either way, Marion got a chance to chip into this lead with Jackson Black at the line.
First free throw's good, and now checking in the ball game for Parkview is going to be Bruce Williams. He'll come in for Laneir. Here's the second free throw. It does not go, and Parkview comes down with the rebound. And we've got whistles and a timeout charge to Parkview.
This really doesn't seem to be much of a flow for either one of these sides. Just can't seem to get that basket that gets their crowd into it, that can get you safe either offensively or defensively. It's a slugfest, no question.
Okay, I got to know the answer to this trivia question. If I was close.
So we asked you, what's the record for most assists in a single game? You said 32 years ago. You're off by 31 years in about 10 months.
Oh, wow.
Set earlier this season, January the 13th, Eli Schwartzman from Farmington had 28 assists in one single game. So kudos to Eli and Farmington's offense. 28 assists from one game.
By one player.
By one player.
That is, wow. That's sharing the basketball. You don't see a lot of that anymore.
Obviously, you can't compare apples to oranges because that game is completely different. Well, we've played a quarter and some change. There have been 4 total assists in this game.
15-9 their score. Parkview, they lead Marion right now. Parkview has 3 timeouts left for the half. Marion's got 4. Right now, your leading scorer for the ball game between both these two teams is Laneir. He's got 6 points. On Parkview, Hansberry's got 4. Bell's got 3. Edwards has got 2. And as for Marion right now, Black has 3. Littlejohn's got 2. Bruin's got 2. And Randall's got 2. And that's how we've got a 15-9 game.
Finding a way to get to a groove offensively is easier said than done against these two defenses. But the first team that can really establish themselves and maybe make that first run is going to go a long way in deciding this 5A championship.
One thing to mention, there's 12 turnovers between both these two teams. Now we've got a whistle and a foul.
Too aggressive, 35 feet away from the basket. And that's a foul that Dexter Higgins and Marion's not going to be a fan of. You want to be aggressive, but you also have to play smart.
Here's the inbound. It's going to be put in the hands of Thompson. Laneir now on the wing, pull up for 3, in and out, no good. So now Neal will bring it up, works it to Littlejohn, into the corner now over to Highland, and trying to save it from going out of bounds, but then it was right into the hands of Conway, who's able to save it for Parkview.
Got to that corner, RJ, and got trapped. Have to be able to avoid that against that trapping zone.
And here's Thompson, back over to Hansberry. 18 on the shot clock, going down low, and Thompson was going to He was the cutting man, and they just overthrew him and went out of bounds.
A little miscommunication there, as Hansberry thought Thompson was going to stop for the layup, but the 5'8" guard didn't want to be down there amongst the trees. He was saying, hey, I'm going out to the short corner, lead me, instead of throw it behind me.
Higgins will bring it up for Marion with 5:36 to play in the second. And here's Little John with the right hand. Can't get it, but the flush is put back by Jalen Neal.
Neal elevates.
Now with the left hand, and that time for Parkview going up was Hansberry. He got mauled, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot two.
Jalen Neal on the other end, though. First, it was a great drive by Little John to create some space. All the defense converges, and Neal shows the athleticism well above the rim for the finish.
Those free throws no good. It's a 4-point game, 15-11. Second shot is good.
Both these teams have gone 4 deep already in the bench, 9 in the rotation on both sides, but Marion 4 of 19 from the floor, haven't hit a shot from the three-point line yet, only 3 of 6 from the foul line. The Patriots from East Arkansas find something to get the offense clicking.
Highland over on the right side, finds Bailey, now back to Highland. Bounce pass to Black. Here's a 3 by Neal. Too hard, and rebounds pulled in by Parkview. Bringing it up to be Thompson. He'll give it off over to Bell. Now here goes Williams. Is going to try to find somebody to get it to as he worked it around. Down to 17 on the shot clock. Williams, right side, he'll be fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line and shoot two.
Good strong take by Williams. Bruce gets into the lane. Defense did not rotate over in time to draw the charge. He's got a chance to earn a pair.
Bobby, we have now played a quarter and a half. Parkview shooting 38% on 5 of 13 shooting. Marion 20% on 4 of 20 shooting.
Well, I normally blame the venue because the depth perception behind the basket's different than a lot of arenas that you can see at the high school level. But today it's about these defenses. Yeah. These defenses are just making it a nightmare for the opposition to get any kind of good looks, even if it's on an offensive rebound opportunity.
Here's the second free throw by Williams. It's good.
I make the joke that nobody shoots here well, then Barton comes in and goes 73% through 3 quarters.
That's right.
Friday night.
Now here's the pass, goes left side. Almost stolen away. Higgins has got it, goes up with the right hand and can't get it to go. Here's the follow. That time it does by Black.
Black just in the right place at the right time. Again, penetration causes the defense to lose their assignment. Another offensive putback for Marion.
Thompson goes right side. Now they'll give it back to him. Bounce pass to Williams. They'll pull up from 14. Can't get it to go. And here comes Marion working quickly to Wills. Excuse me, that's actually Randall who was able to get it to go. It's a 2-point game.
If you can't get the offense going in the half court, why not?
Here's another steal. Taken this time by Higgins. We're tied up with 3:18.
Just lost where you were on the basketball floor. Parkview's Thompson looking at the bench, and the defense picked the pockets.
That's that run you were talking about, Bobby, to get the crowd into it, as here comes Thompson. He can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in by Marion.
Marion's picking up the pace.
With the right hand, it goes. That's Jalen Neal.
Parkview's going to burn a timeout. Marion says we can't get the half court going, so let's go into a foot race. And the Patriots have taken the lead for the first time as they lead at 19-17.
That'll take us to a media timeout. 2:45 to play here in the first half. Marion's got the lead, 19-17. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
It's prime time on your time. Get more of your primetime favorites each weekday starting at 1:30 following our PBS Kids programs. Catch up on all the programs you love, including Exploring Arkansas, Nature, Antiques Roadshow, Arkansas Week, British Favorites, Mysteries, and more, beginning at 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. See the full schedule and all the ways to watch at myarkansaspbs.org/watch.
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
This is UAMS, an Arkansas Academic Medical Center, where research discoveries bring new hope and cures, where care is delivered by doctors who also train the next generation of health professionals, where specialists deliver treatment with compassion and respect for all patients across Arkansas. This is UAMS.
A nice tribute to the late Al Flanagan, the former Parkview head coach and the Arkansas Hall of Famer. Won more than 500 contests, 7 state titles as the Parkview head coach. Retired a handful of seasons ago and passed away in December. A great show of respect to one of the all-time legends of coaching basketball in Arkansas.
Bobby, I'll tell you a good story that I used to do a basketball game of the week on the Buzz in Little Rock, and one of my very first games was at Parkview, and Flanagan was there, and I walk up, and a guy I was doing the game with, there's a three-point attempt. I said, does he not like me? He said, no, he's just going to get used to you. And then from that day forward, every time I saw Al Flanagan, he always would come up and talk to you, and was one of the nicest guys that you'd ever meet. And there's a nice bucket that time by Marion. But Al Flanagan, he's a legend in high school basketball, and he's definitely missed over that Parkview basketball program.
10 straight points now for Marion. Parkview's got to find an answer.
So with the basketball for the Patriots, it's Wills. Laneir's got it. Here's Laneir with the right hand. He's able to get it to go. That's a tough shot.
Tough shot from Laneir, but Parkview absolutely needed it. 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes, and Laneir puts an end to it.
Randall with the ball. Work it to the middle of the paint, lost the handle on it, and now we've got a jump ball.
I might have given Marion a little bulletin board material about 2 weeks ago. I was on the Buzz, as you mentioned, previewing the state tournaments, and I ran through a list of schools about who could win a 5A title. And inadvertently, I left out Marion. I said Farmington, Little Rock Christian, and Benton, and Parkview, a handful of others, and they took it personally. I got a text immediately after that interview that says, go ahead and watch this.
As Laneir, the fans for Marion thought he traveled with the ball, and now we've got a whistle and a foul.
Again, Higgins has been a little too aggressive out well beyond the three-point line. He picks up his second personal foul. So we'll have to see how long Coach Lewis wants to leave one of his leaders on the floor with those two personals. And the answer is 0 seconds. He immediately heads to the bench.
1:10 left here in the half as Colby Bell's going to inbound to Laneir. Lanier's going to pull up just inside the three-point line, in and out.
He said 2 triples rattle out on him, RJ.
As here comes Marion as Randall's got it. We're under a minute to play in the half. As they're going to travel with the basketball. And, you know, it was a, you know, the Oscars are on Sunday, and that was a great job by Jalen Neal because he acted like he was going to pass it, and he spiked the ball to himself.
That's why they tell you to never leave your floor, or the floor, without something in your mind that his teammate rotated, nowhere to go with the basketball, and that's a frowned upon.
Here's Laneir, lost the handle. It's going to be taken by Randall with the right hand. It's good.
The defense has led to the offense for Marion during this second quarter run. A handful of turnovers have led to some fast break opportunities.
Now here's a three from the corner, sinks it, and that time it was Colby Bell.
Needed it for Parkview. Marion had all the momentum as we've got maybe the final possession of this first half, but a triple right in front of the Marion bench closes the gap to 1.
Shot clock's turned off as we're down to 10 seconds, and the ball's going to get thrown away.
Again, just a little miscommunication. Neal thought his teammate was going to be on the wing. Instead, a cut was trying to be made. A turnover. Now Parkview a chance to take the lead, head to the locker room.
So here comes Wills. Down to 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Laneir. Going to take it himself. Pulls up. He's fouled. He's going to get it. No. They're going to call a charge on Laneir.
They say cleared out, RJ. I think it's a good call. We're going to take a chance to look at this replay. Laneir created some space by swinging that right arm, and the officiating crew is right there on it.
See if we can get that replay. Here it is.
Watch that right arm from Laneir right here.
Yep. So here's a full court shot, doesn't go, and that's going to do it. We are going to go to halftime, where Marion, they lead it 23-22 over the Parkview Patriots in the 5A Boys State Championship game. Stick around, we got a great halftime show. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas TV Sports.
It is halftime at Bank OZK Arena, but don't go anywhere because this is Arkansas TV, and this is where we tell Arkansas stories. Plus, in a few minutes, Christina Munoz will introduce you to the Arkansas TV Student All-Stars. But first, we go to the inspirational story of high school student Dallas Cathy. Recently, Dallas got an unexpected opportunity and is using his voice to inspire young people across the state.
It's just the game, the atmosphere, the sounds. I like to hear the cracks of the bat, pop of the glove, and the crowd cheering. Special to me in baseball, you know.
I mean, he reminded me a lot of myself when I was a teenager in high school, just head over heels for the game of baseball.
For him to be able to come on our broadcast at Division I level and not only keep up, but be good at it, super impressive.
It was honestly shocking. I mean, you just don't let a 16-year-old kid go hang out in your press box, you know.
Dallas did a terrific job taking the weight off of my shoulders and that I could bounce off of for 2 to 3 hours and just enjoy calling a ball game with. Yeah, he just so happened to be visually impaired.
As Jack Klein gets going with a swinging strikeout fastball upstairs.
And what a great way to open for Jack Klein.
Yeah, what a great way to open indeed. Top 10 in the OVC in strikeouts, and he adds another one to his season.
And as I said a million times, I would love to see another home run. So let's see if Martinez can do that.
Some of the struggles that I have is people are saying blind. How? So when I interviewed Dallas and I found out for the first time that he wanted to be a broadcaster, I went home and told my husband, and he said the same thing. How is that going to happen? And I said, Paul, I've been here 8 years, and the one thing I've learned is if they are determined to do something, they will find a way.
Dallas or any other child with any other handicap, that's not who they are. He is Dallas, who happens to be blind. That shouldn't define him, and that's how we felt. And it wasn't going to define him. It wasn't going to stop him.
Come on, even check this thing, see if it's in tune.
We did not learn he was blind until he was about 3.5 months old. I just said, okay, this is it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna dig, and he's gonna be raised like any other kid on earth.
I've known about the game of baseball since I was probably 2 or 3, but my brother hit a ball from our garage to our shop and had started liking baseball, and you know, it opened my eyes to baseball. My goal ever since I first played is to hit one over the fence. Still ain't done it yet. The park is big. I've got to figure out how to hit a ball first before I can hit one over the fence.
Miracle League started 10 years ago. Dallas was 7. We always worried about physical activity, and this is an opportunity that he would love.
I like to call myself the hardest hitter. I'm probably not, but I will say that I'm probably the most competitive one there.
It just kind of grew and it became a challenge, and Dallas has always been one to meet and exceed any challenge that he's ever been given.
Welcome inside the Dom Thompson press box. I'm Max Coltrane, joined by Dallas Cathy. Dallas is a 10th grader at Arkansas School for the Blind, and it's your first time here at Gary Hogan Field. How's it been so far?
Well, I'm loving it here, Max, and I can't wait to sit here and see some dingers.
Yeah, it might be a tough day for it. Some winds blowing in from center, but...
As part of the Arkansas School for the Deaf and Blind, all of our students get opportunities to have real-world experiences. For Dallas, that meant being able to pursue his dream of becoming a sports announcer.
You know, initially there was a question of how it would work and how prepared you would be, I suppose, but I realized pretty quickly into that first meeting the day before the game that he was the real deal and we were going to be just fine.
And that ball's gone.
What a shot by Cano, and he definitely keeps the hitting streak going with that bomb.
After meeting him in my office for the first time, I knew within 10 seconds he's going to be great.
He studies stats. He studies stats all day, every day of so many baseball teams.
He had, you know, sheets of paper, braille, printed out with lineups, everybody's stats, where they're from.
And stepping up to the dish is number 27, Ryan Geck from Long Beach, California, bats .330.
And when he was talking, I literally had people calling and texting me going, "Are you sure that's Dallas? That doesn't sound like Dallas." He just turned into like this professional broadcaster.
His ability to listen to the count, the number of outs, knowing where we are in the lineup, knowing their pitcher on the mound, and what would be advantageous for the home team. He was on top of all that. To not be able to see a game, but yet call it as if you're watching it is so impressive.
You ever try to bunt when you're at the plate?
No, I really don't bunt. I really just swing. I swing for the fences. I may have had pressure at first, but we got into the game. We talked, we laughed, and I had one of the greatest times of my life.
I knew Dallas would break down doors, but what I didn't predict was that the kids who are disabled or blind or visually impaired watching that game, because trust me, this entire school was watching that game that night. One of the moms called and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you have no idea. My son learned how to dream." And that was magic. That's what this school is all about.
You can knock those barriers down. I was so happy for Dallas and so happy for what he can show others. That probably made my heart happier more than anything.
In broadcasting, the most important thing is that you have an unfiltered love for the game. And that's what Dallas showed in his short time, you know, in his couple hours on the air.
I've always told myself if there's a will, there's a way. And so to any visually impaired or blind people that want to go out and broadcast, go chase your dreams. That's one of the best things you could ever do.
That young man will give the future no choice but to be bright for him.
The sky's the limit, and he is going to be an ambassador for blind people everywhere, and he's going to teach people that they're just like everybody else.
So many times I feel like vision cheats us. We miss so much that he doesn't.
And I expect that we'll see him probably on the TV here relatively soon.
Are you ready?
Whenever you are. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining. Welcome to KARK Channel 4. I am Dallas Cathy. This year, we are celebrating 29 years. That's it.
Great job.
Thank y'all so much. I'm pretty hard fist bumper.
What a great story, and Dallas has no plans of slowing down anytime soon. After he graduates from Arkansas School for the Deaf and Blind, he plans to pursue his passion of sports broadcasting. We look forward to hearing you on the air soon, Dallas. Now let's toss it over to Christina, and she's going to introduce you to some very hard-working student athletes. Christina?
That's right. Thanks, Steve. Earlier in the season, we reached out to schools all over the state looking for athletes who not only excel on the court, but in the classroom, too. Here's the Arkansas TV Student All-Stars class of 2026. We start things off in 1A with Maggie Tyrone of the Norfolk High School Panthers. Maggie maintains a 3.5 GPA, and when she isn't writing poetry, she plans to play college ball and major in psychology. Representing the boys is Keontae Wingfield, a senior point guard for the Nevada Blue Jays. Keontae holds a perfect 4.0 GPA and is headed to HVAC school after graduation. Moving to 2A, we have Caitlin Ledbetter representing the Acorn High School Tigers, a 4.0 student who loves the outdoors. Caitlin is set to pursue a career in nursing. For the 2A boys, it's Xavier Jones from the Fordyce Redbugs. Xavier carries a 3.9 GPA and is weighing his future between college football and the military. In Class 3A, meet Kenzie McCrotty of the Dover High School Pirates. She boasts a 4.2 GPA and plans to study speech pathology while staying active in her church and traveling. Representing the Newport High School Greyhounds is Jesson Russell. Jesson also holds a 4.2 GPA and aims to earn a business degree to transition into the real estate field. Halfway through the classifications, we find Sadie Meyer with the Highland Rebels, a 4.0 student athlete. Sadie has already signed to play at UT Martin. From Shiloh Christian, we have Duke Bowman representing the Saints. Duke has a 4.0 GPA and is committed to Simpson College to study finance and continue his basketball career. Bailey Barton of the Beebe High School Badgers. With a 4.05 GPA, Bailey is committed to Ouachita Baptist University for nursing and serves as a director for local Pee Wee basketball programs. For the 5A boys, it's Mason Stallings from the Greenbrier High School Panthers, an avid hunter with a 4.04 GPA. Mason is headed to the University of Arkansas to study civil engineering. Rounding out the girls is Kylie Johnson of the Conway Lady Wampus Cats. A 4.0 sophomore, Kylie already has several college offers on the table, including the University of Arkansas. And finally, for the 6A boys, we have Sammy Hinsey from the Harbor Wildcats. Sammy holds a 4.1 GPA and is looking forward to playing college basketball at the next level. Congratulations and keep up the good work. All right, Steve, it is about that time.
Yes, it is, Christina. Let's get you back out to Bank OZK Arena for the second half.
Here on the home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas TV.
Back here at Bank OZK Arena as we get you set for the second half of the 5A state championship game between Parkview and Marion. There you see it, 23-22. Marion on top, and we're looking forward to it. Look, here's the thing. If we have the type of finish as what we had at the end of the first half, this second half, you better hold on tight because it's going to be fun.
And Marion turned the defensive intensity up at the end of that second quarter. They connected on their final 6 shots, all of which came in transition. And that's why Marion has a 23-22 lead as we start this third quarter. But 16 minutes is going to separate these two teams and a 5A state championship.
So Marion's going to have the basketball. And Little John will handle it on the left side.
Identical 37% from the floor for both these teams in that first half.
Here's Jalen Neal. Back right side over to Higgins. He'll go up with a left hand. Can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in by Hansberry. Now Bell got bumped, and that time got bumped by Randall. And for Randall, that'll be his second personal foul.
Dexter Higgins, got his hand in there on the reach in, and he was looking over the officials like, don't call that on me. That's going to be number 3. I don't want to go to the bench just yet.
Here's the inbound pass to Conway. Out to Bell, back to Hansberry. Now Laneir's going to have it. Laneir with the right hand, leaves it short, gets his own rebound. And now we've got a whistle and a foul. I believe that foul is going to go against Jalen Neal. No, they're actually going to call it on Jackson Black.
Laneir has been harassed all across the floor, but that was his 6th rebound, at least his 4th offensive rebound. Being really active, so even though the shots aren't falling, the good ones always find ways to contribute.
Now here's Wills as he'll put it in the hands of Hansberry. Now Conway goes up with the right hand, gets it to go, and Parkview back out to a 24-23 lead.
Strong finish there from Conway as Jalen Neal had rotated over, had to elevate over the 6'3" senior.
Little John down in the lane, gives it off to Black, and he'll be fouled as he was going up with a shot.
Good positioning, get Colby Bell on his back. Could not get the finish though. We'll have to earn it the hard way. Black listed at 6'6". Average just 5 points, 5 rebounds a game, but he's got a good frame on it.
Makes the first shot to tie the ball game. And he softly gets the second shot to go to give Marion the 1-point lead.
I've seen a lot of full court pressure for Marion up to this point. See how Parkview handles it.
Laneir breaks the press, goes right side with it to Bell. Can't get the three to go. Rebounds pulled in by Marion. Neal goes up with the left hand, gets it to go, and it's a 27-24 lead for Marion.
Really good ball movement to the trap in the corner to get out of that for Marion, then swinging around the other side and let Neal go to work.
Now here's a nice dump off, this time for the Parkview Patriots. It's Jermaine Conway.
Pace starting to pick up.
Into the corner to Little John for three. Can't get it to go. Rebounds going to be pulled in by Hansberry. Now Laneir going to get the ball, and there's a blocking foul called. That blocking foul is going to go against Bruce Williams against Jalen Neal. And for Neal, that's going to be his second personal foul.
There's nowhere for Laneir to go as he fields that pass on the far side. I mentioned those 50-50 calls finally even themselves out.
Yeah.
And that one goes the way of Parkview.
Here's Laneir. Laneir go up with the right hand off the glass, can't get it to go. And rebound's going to be pulled in by Jalen Neal. Working quickly goes Higgins.
Laneir's had 3 shots now, halfway down, come back out on him.
Into the corner for 3, no go. That time for Marion, it was Highland who threw up the 3, couldn't get it to go, and here come the Patriots. Scoop shot off the glass, that time Colby Bell.
Colby Bell's been active in this second half, averages only 6 points per contest, but he's making his presence known already at 8 today.
Parkview back out to a 1-point lead. So Laneir stepped out of bounds when the whistle was blown. Checking in the game for Parkview is Chris Edwards. He'll come in the game for Joshua Wills. They work the ball to the left side to Highland. He goes up with it, and it's blocked out of bounds.
Good help defense from Laneir. I've been really impressed, RJ, with the ball movement of Marion in this second half. They're whipping it around the perimeter, and they've gotten much better looks in the first 3.5 minutes of this third quarter than they did the entire first half.
Well, it seems like they're starting to find a rhythm. I mean, it was just so slow there in the first half that they've been able to find a way to go. But now here come the Parkview Patriots. Hansberry, stop and pop, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Laneir with the right hand, but he's fouled before he went up with a shot.
Another offensive board for Laneir. Marion could do nothing but reach up and grab the Nebraska signee and foul him before he can get a shot attempt off.
You don't hear a lot of kids around here going to Nebraska.
Nope.
You got a lot of southeastern schools, and Missouri. Don't hear a lot of Nebraska. But they have it. Here's Laneir for three, airballs it.
Arkansas tie for a long time as Doc Sadler was an assistant coach with the Cornhuskers. But anymore, as available as resources are to find players, if you can play, they're going to find you, no matter what level or what school or what state you're from.
Dexter Higgins has the basketball for Marion as he'll swing it left side to Littlejohn. Thought about a three, then they kick it back to the left side. Now here comes the three by Higgins, and he's able to bury it.
Dexter Higgins left open, a couple steps beyond the wing on the three-point line on the right side. He rolls that one home.
Joshua Wills now goes right side to Hansberry for three. No go. Rebound's pulled in. Highland's going to take it up. He's fouled. Foul's going to go against Colby Bell. And then for Colby Bell, that will be his third personal foul. And that'll take us to a media timeout. 3:28 to play third quarter. Marion 30, Parkview 28. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
My family has long been a supporter of Arkansas PBS. It has been part of my whole life experience. Arkansas PBS fills a space in Arkansas education, Arkansas culture, Arkansas news, and it does so with a neutral and empathetic voice, and it meets people wherever they are. It's vital.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Well, our Arkansas student athlete is coming to us from Greenbrier, Arkansas. It's Mason Stallings. He's a senior, plays guard for Greenbrier, has a 4.042 GPA, plans to attend the University of Arkansas and a degree in civil engineering. Congratulations to Mason Stallings of Greenbrier. 4.042, Bobby. You never got close to that, did you?
Sure did. If you had them all together for my 4 years.
Oh, 3:15 to play left here in the third. 30-28, Marion on top. With the basketball is Higgins. He'll swing it right side to Highland, and Highland stepped out of bounds.
These two teams have also been a little more I guess adjustment-oriented is a good term. Not afraid to use their timeouts earlier in the contest. A lot of times you'll see teams burn them all in the fourth quarter, but Parkview with just 2 timeouts remaining, they're making sure they're making the adjustments as the game rolls on, not waiting until the final moments.
Here's Laneir into the front court. Laneir is going to give it to Hansberry, and he'll be able to stop and pop. Can't get it to go.
It's a nice crossover, just couldn't get the jumper to fall from the right elbow.
Here's Littlejohn for three. Can't seem to find the net right now from long range as here comes Hansberry into the lane with the right hand. Rolls off the glass, and Marion comes out there with it.
Got numbers if they want to take advantage.
Into the lane as Higgins lost the handle on it. Here comes Laneir. Laneir goes up with the hand, and it bounces. He will be fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot one.
I like the hesitation from Laneir to slow down just a little bit, use the momentum of the Marion defense that gets them and able to finish in the lane and chance for the old school 3-point play.
So Laneir's got an opportunity to give Parkview a 1-point lead. Shot doesn't go, and we've got a tie ball game at 30 apiece. Right side, in the hands of Randall, back top of the key. Just going to swing it around down to 13 on the shot clock. Now here's Randall pulling up, knocking it in. He stepped inside that three-point line to get it to go, and Marion's out to a 2-point lead. Parkview with the basketball now. Bell drives the lane, high off the glass, gets it to go.
It's a tough runner from Bell. Nice job to use the window for safety, and we're all locked up.
A minute 16 left here in the third quarter. As Randall gets tied up, gives it over to Littlejohn for three. Still can't seem to find the bucket. As Laneir's going to come up with it. Now here's Bell for three. It's no good. High rebound. Marion takes possession with Bruce Williams. Down the baseline, ball's going to be knocked away, and it will stay with Marion. Looks like Marion's going to have a couple guys check in. That'll be Higgins and Highland, I believe. And there's going to be a 30-second timeout called, I believe, by Marion. Get this, Bobby, right now from three-point range, we've had 23 shots between the two teams, and only 4 have landed.
They're struggling again. I mean, we've only seen one really significant run, and that was Marion at the end of the second quarter that gave them the lead for just a few moments, and now they're all scored up at 32. It's just haven't settled in, and when those shots from distance start to fall is when you're in rhythm, you're in an offense, you're in your set, and these defenses are just making sure that the other side has zero rhythm.
Both teams shooting 36% for the game. Parkview 12 of 33. Marion is 13 of 36.
We got a long way to go. There may just be 40 seconds left in this quarter. Those final 8 minutes are going to be a slugfest in the grinds.
Here's the inbound pass out to Bailey. Higgins. Now cross-court pass is to Randall for three, and they knock it in.
You spoke that into existence, RJ. Said they can't hit a three. Randall says, I got you three in the corner right here.
Laneir into the corner, just trying to get Hansberry the ball. He went baseline, and he'll be fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I like the aggressive again. Shots aren't falling from the outside. Hansberry's really struggled from the floor ever since that first three earlier in the contest. He kind of facilitated that possession, and Parkview's got a chance to cut into this lead at the foul line.
First shot is no good. .3 seconds left here in the third. Second shot's good. So it's back to a 2-point game.
Chance to hold for the final possession here if you're Marion. Expect them to do so as the shot clock's off.
Bringing the ball up for Marion's Higgins. Down to 7 seconds. Higgins back left side to Neal. He'll pull up for three. Hits off the side of the rim. No good. The follow is, though. And that was Chandler Randall. And that'll do it for the third quarter of play, where Marion They lead at 37-33. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
See your state government in action. The Arkansas Citizens Access Network provides convenient, live streaming coverage of state board and commission meetings, as well as direct links to proceedings of the legislature and the Arkansas Supreme Court. Can't watch live? Archived events are available on demand on YouTube. Learn more at myarkansaspbs.org/arcan.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Back here at Bank OZK Arena, as we want to say thank you to Purple Cow for providing food to our crew this week. Purple Cow is a proud supporter of Arkansas TV Sports, located at 1490 Higdon Ferry Road in Hot Springs, serving the Hot Springs community since 2010.
RJ's thinking about Purple Cow milkshakes and forgetting what to do.
Well, I was watching these gymnasts, and our producer was telling us, hey, you're going to do this Purple Cow read on the way back in. And
they about took out the entire crew at
they
midcourt.
about took out the officials. So 7:45 left here in the ball game. Marion up top 37-33. Here's Laneir. Goes left side. Here's a three. It doesn't get it to go as Bell threw that one up. Offensive rebound, but we've got a foul down low. Laneir's trying to say that he was shooting, but there was no shot involved in that.
Yeah, he was splitting the double team. He might have thought about shooting, but the foul occurred well before that. But Laneir, 8 rebounds now, make it 9 after that offensive board. Continuing to give Parkview second and third opportunities.
Now here's Laneir with a floater that's blocked. Gets it back, throws it back up, and he's fouled. Got bailed out right there.
Yep. It's just really good defense all afternoon long against what most people would consider the best player on the floor. Obviously the Division I signee, but he has struggled to get anything going. 5 of 14 from the floor, but he's doing it in other ways now. Up to 9 rebounds. Got a pair of assists as well. 2 big free throws upcoming.
And that one's good. Cut the lead down to 3.
Offensive rebounds for Marion. Only 7 second chance points off of those 11 extra opportunities.
Second shot's good, and we're back to a 2-point game. Working quickly goes Marion as Randall goes over the right hand. He's fouled before he goes up. And they'll have the basketball on the right side of the bucket.
And when Marion moves the basketball that efficiently, Parkview struggled to get back against the kind of retreat after the applied pressure. But the foul comes before Marion can take advantage.
Here's the inbound. This time's out to Bruin, and they lost it on the floor. And there's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to stay with Marion.
Parkview was trying to get a timeout, but the officials say that the tie possession happened before the signal was made.
Here's the inbound. Nice reverse lay-in. That time by Jamari Bruin.
Great job to find Bruin underneath. Parkview lost control where he was. Easy lay-in.
There's a runner in the lane. It doesn't go. There's a whistle and a foul.
Starting to see maybe fatigue creep into it a little bit, RJ, as The Euro step there and couldn't stay in front. Foul handed out. More free throws upcoming.
Here for Chandler Randall, that's his 4th personal foul, by the way.
That's big. That's Marion's leading scorer on the season.
Now here's Laneir. Stop, turn, jump, shoot. He made it.
That's big. That's big to get Laneir going here in the 4th quarter for Parkview. But Randall goes to the bench with 13 points for Marion, so who's going to be the offensive threat?
2-point Marion lead, 6-40 and counting. Neal's got it. Cross-court pass. All alone's Higgins for 3. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. That's deflected away and taken by the Patriots. Here comes Colby Bell. Left side. That's over to Conway. No, that was actually Wills to tie the ball game at 39.
It's a great job again, creating some havoc on the offensive end. Forced the turnover, the fast break, and we're tied at 39.
Bailey with the basketball. There's a bounce pass, left side, balls. They were trying to figure out who's going to get it. Now they're going to call it jump ball. Possession there is going to go in favor of Parkview.
Marion was trying to beat that defense by on the bounce, RJ, and that's when they've really run into problems. Parkview's doing a good job of getting their hands in there, causing problems. And they tie the force up, and Neal turns it over.
I know Sammy Lewis is not liking the jump ball call, but there could have been a foul in there because there was a couple slapping of the arms, and I think he got the better of the 2 calls. Now, here's Laneir, and it's swatted away. That was Bruce Williams, excuse me, that was actually Jalen Neal who swatted that thing into the first row.
Yeah, nice crossover by Laneir to create some extra space, but the get-back defense able to recover and get a hand on it.
Now here's Laneir. And he'll be fouled. And that time by Jalen Neal. That's his 4th personal foul.
Yeah, Laneir has found something with this Marion defense. Whether it's the first step, maybe they're extending that arm too much. He's getting underneath and almost hooking that defender's arm and creating some contact and forces the officials to make the call.
Jalen Ford's going to check in for Jalen Neal. Now here's Laneir, and it's swatted away again. Gets his own rebound. Then he just threw it away. And it's going to be taken this time by Bruin. Bruin gets it back over to Higgins. Right side, they go to Littlejohn. He'll stop just at the free throw line. Can't get it to go. And now we've got a whistle and a foul.
I think they're going to get Ford. It's going to be just his first personal. Came in a little too aggressively and caught some arm as he was trying to sky for the board. That's 5 team fouls, though, on Marion. So Parkview is going to be in the bonus for their final 5 minutes. It's been a little too aggressive in this 4th quarter. So Parkview's got a chance to really do some damage at the foul line over the last 310 seconds.
Aiden Hansberry at the free throw line. Hansberry today is 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. Make it 3 of 7.
You know, he knocked down a 3-pointer early. I think he's about to have a big day, and he just has not been able to find the stroke.
Hansberry 6 points on the day on 1 of 9 shooting. 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. Knocks down the second. We've got a 1-point game. Higgins with the basketball. Approaching the 5-minute mark in this one as Littlejohn go back and forth. Now they give it off to Highland. Back to Higgins. Down low to Littlejohn. Nice lay-in, and Marion's going to take a 1-point lead.
Littlejohn just kind of camped himself right underneath the basket. Parkview didn't recognize where he was. A great entry pass and an easy reverse lay-in.
Now here's Laneir. Laneir kicks it out to Hansberry. He'll pull up. Nice fadeaway on the right side.
His shot's too smooth as Parkview takes a timeout to be shut down for an entire game. Aiden Hansberry, maybe that free throw took the lid off the basket for him, starting to heat up.
It's a full timeout charge to Parkview. It's 4:32 left, 42-41. Parkview leads it. And just like the end of the first half, you're starting to see this thing heat up here in the second half as we near completion.
Yeah, the critical moments, that's what it's all about. That's what you play all season for, thinking you're going to have a chance to win a state championship. Now you got 4:32 left. I think the pace is going to pick up. The intensity is going to pick up. The question is, who can make that critical play, that critical moment that could very well decide this title game?
Bobby, we've had, 2 days prior to this championships, and we've had great crowds. I think I saw before we started the last game, over 27,000 have been through Banco ZK Arena so far, and crowds keep getting bigger as we get closer to the highest classification in the state.
Yeah, we've had some good matchups. People understand that watching it on television, even though we appreciate you watching it at home right now on Arkansas TV, it's not the same as being in the venue. We've got some great matchups, some great players. High school basketball in Arkansas is so good, it's deep. But you're exactly right, though. We're getting the advantage of maybe some schools that aren't too far away from Hot Springs. It's an easy drive, a beautiful day to get in the car. If you want to come out for the 6A championships tonight, you might as well. Central Bryan on the boys' side, Springdale Harbor, North Little Rock on the girls. And you got to watch it because it's a sad day. About 9:45 tonight, basketball season is going to be over in Arkansas. Then you got to get out there and watch a little soccer.
Now you start softball season.
It's already started. Baseball.
I tell you what, I've become very partial to the game of softball. I am a big fan.
Girl dad.
Well, I coach it with my daughter now, and I'm telling you what, it is a lot of fun. Now, Marion with the basketball as we're approaching the 4-minute mark here in the ball game. Here's a shot on the left side by Highland. Can't get it to go. Parkview's going to get the rebound. Laneir into the front court. Laneir, nice dump off. Puts it up. Gets the offensive rebound. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
It's a really good job of penetration by Laneir. The defense is going to collapse. Dishes it off. As we hit the media timeouts, Parkview's going to be back at the foul line.
42-41. And we've got 3:53 left until the conclusion of this ball game. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TV Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Arkansas TV is the home for high school sports. If you love seeing these high school sports championships live and also on demand, please consider making a gift to Arkansas TV today. Visit arkansastv.gov/sports or scan that QR code that's right there on your TV screen. Well, we've got 3:53 left, and it's a 42-41 game. Parkview leads Marion. And at the free throw line for Parkview, they're going to have Jermaine Conway. Jermaine Conway, this is his first trip to the line today. He averages he's got 4 points for the game. Played 17 minutes as he sinks the first.
It's going to be critical for Parkview, especially since they've been in the bonus for the last 5 minutes of this contest, to be able to take advantage of that foul shot.
Second one's high off the back of the rim, and he gets a shooter's touch.
You don't see people get too many shooters, rolls, or bounces in this venue.
3:45 left in the 5A Boys State Championship game. Little John on the left side. He's back right into the hands of Higgins. Higgins goes in the lane, puts it up, gets it to go.
Good job to finish with the offhand there from Higgins. Creates some space and finishes with the right hand.
A 1-point Parkview lead, 3:20 and counting. Laneir with the basketball. Had to pick up his dribble, then kicks it out top of the key. They give it back to him. And now we've got an offensive foul. Got slapped in the face. Little John got slapped in the face.
Yeah, the offhand there for Laneir. We'll take a second look at this play. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Laneir got that hand up, that right hand, and came up and caught Little John right in the face.
He's got some blood coming out of his nose.
Yeah, no question about that. So they're going to have to get a trainer to clean up the floor. So we're going to have a little bit of a stoppage here as we pick up the pieces. But that one was going to be a clear and obvious call there for the offensive foul.
You know, last time we had blood. There was a scrape down the face, and he left a blood trail from the free throw line all the way to the bench.
Yeah, a Little Rock Hall. They had this. Put the championship trophy picture on pause for a few minutes. Guys, he got bandaged up.
I was wondering what was taking so long last night, because it took a really long time to get that picture done.
Yeah, they want to make sure they've got everybody involved, even if you are cut wide open.
Well, they're going to get him taken care of, and they don't even have a training staff yet to come clean up the blood on the court. The officials, see, this is what makes great officials. They're also cleaning the cleanup staff.
That's right. Doing it all. Of course, we got to get the magic bottle, whatever it has. Get the floor cleaned up. Make sure that everybody on that floor is safe. But that was Corbin Littlejohn, who's played really well, the 6'4" junior. I've been impressed with him today on the floor for Marion. He took that shot above the neck. The stoppage in play until they get everything officially cleaned up. Yeah, watch the off hands here from Laneir right there.
Smacks him.
That'd be high sticking if we played hockey.
I mean, it was not intentional. It was
correct.
Just,
yeah, it was inadvertent, but
he has flailing hands when he decides to roll.
Sometimes you're a little unlucky, unfortunate there for Laneir, but either way, they're going to call that every time.
Still getting the residue off the floor, and once they do that, then we'll get back to action. There's a shot of Little John.
Got to clean up the jersey as well. They have to pull out the extra if you have one. A little spritz.
So what happens in that case? If he has to change number, you got to go to the extra jersey. Do you just change it in the book?
Yep, that's right. So if it gets torn or ripped or blood on it, that's why coaches and more importantly the manager have to do you got to check that bag before you leave. Make sure you got everything.
So under 3 minutes to play here in the 5A Boys State Championship game as Dexter Higgins has the basketball. Higgins goes left side to Randall. Randall, nice pass. Down low and up with the shot goes Bruin.
The senior has been called upon late and able to finish in the lane.
That gives Marion a 1-point lead. Wills with the basketball. Hansberry gives it over to Wills. Spin move in the lane, goes with the right hand, soft touch.
It's a nice spin move in the lane to use his body as a shield to create a little extra space and gets the shot off before Bruin can come over and swat it away.
Under 2 minutes to play now here in the ball game. Bounce pass down low, this time to Neal. He gets it to go.
Just trading leads back and forth. 12 lead changes already, including that one between the pair of Patriots.
47-46, Marion leads. Hansberry over to Laneir. Baseline. Goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in by Highland. Working quickly, goes Higgins. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
Might have been a little bit out of control as Higgins tried the diagonal pass. But he's bailed out by a foul by Parkview. It's the third team foul, though, against Parkview, and Marion is going to take a timeout to discuss.
A minute 22 left here in the game as Marion leads by one, 47-46. And with that timeout, Parkview has one timeout left. Marion has two. I would imagine we'll see all three of those taken within the next minute, 22 seconds.
Yeah, every possession is going to be so key. If you don't like the look of it, you got to believe that Coach Samuel Lewis for Marion or Jason Harrison for Parkview is going to burn a timeout. And of course, Parkview's a little more less advantageous situation with just the one timeout remaining, so they may try to keep that in their pocket until they absolutely have to use it.
I want to remind you, today's game being brought to you by UAMS. They are a proud supporter of Arkansas TV Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine across the state of Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at UAMShealth.com.
It's been a great weekend so far. We've got two more high-level championship games on tap tonight. But this one may be the best one so far.
Now, this one has been defensively for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you look at the shooting numbers, they have not been great, but it's because of how good defensively both these two teams are at protecting the rim. Right now, Parkview shooting 38% on 16 of 42, while Marion 20 of 47 for 43%. Marion with the basketball. Randall. Started with a fresh shot clock. Higgins now goes right side. Not going to be in any hurry to try to get this basket off.
They have to get a good look.
We're under a minute to play now here in the game. As Neal goes left side, pulls up, hits the side of the backboard. Taken by Parkview. Hansberry in the lane with the left hand. It goes!
A great job, and Parkview's going to burn their final timeouts. Hansberry able to go up and down the floor and able to finish, and the Parkview Patriots have regained the lead.
So with 40.6 seconds left, Parkview 48, Marion 47.
It may add a handful of seconds back on the clock as Coach Harrison was trying to get the timeout as soon as that ball cleared the net.
He was all the way down the baseline.
Yeah, he took off running after the officials to make sure they saw him. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's not 5-6 seconds added back to it. 48 seconds popped in my head when I thought I looked up. They're going to put at least four on there. So 44 seconds on the clock, which means no matter what happens on this end of the floor for Marion, Parkview would get a chance, assuming, which you cannot do, they get a defensive rebound.
48-47. Right now, you've got Laneir, who's got 4 fouls for Parkview. For Marion, Neal's got 4 and Randall's got 4.
You got to believe this is Randall time. He's been really, really good for Marion today. 6 of 10 from the floor, 3 rebounds. He leads the way with 13 points as their leading scorer on the season. 22 in white, Chandler Randall. You got to believe everything offensively is going to start and maybe end with him.
Well, Parkview is out of timeouts. Marion's got 2. The crowd's getting on their feet here at Bank OZK Arena. Might be the loudest this crowd's gotten this entire game. Dexter Higgins get the ball into the front court. Difference of about 6 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
And remember, Marion does have a pair of timeouts. They don't like the look. They can take one.
Higgins working around a defender. Spin move into the lane with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Parkview comes down with it.
Gotta give up a foul here, RJ.
And they do get the foul as they foul Hansberry.
It's gonna be 2 free throws, so even if Hansberry knocks them both down, Marion's still gonna have a chance to tie, but let's not put the cart in front of the horse. 2 huge free throws coming up for Aiden Hansberry.
Free throws up, no good.
Didn't like how that came out of his hand. Looked like it started to spin before he let go.
You know, he's shooting into the school section up for Parkview. Every camera, every kid's out right now as the second shot's good.
Still those 2 timeouts for Marion.
Now, 14 seconds, and now Marion's going to call a timeout.
Plenty of options here if you're the Patriots with 12 seconds left. If you get a good look at going towards the basket, take it, try to tie the game. Or always got that chance to be a walk-off winner.
You've got 2. I mean, you know you've not been a good three-point shooting team all game. Right now,
2 of 13.
You're 2 of 13. That's probably not the option.
Hey, just like a golfer, all it takes is 1. You feel like you've always got it in your bag. It's going to happen.
Shoot, right?
That's right. Shoot or shoot. That is exactly right. You got to stay within the offense, though, because, again, with that extra timeout in your pocket, you know, if you have a look and you say, okay, Parkview's got this one snuffed out, burn that extra timeout. Make sure you get a quality look, because obviously, and you know, put on your Captain Obvious hat here. Season's on the line.
Yeah. And now I will say we've done basketball for 2 days now here at Bank OZK Arena. We've yet to have OT. Yeah, we've yet to have OT. So with 12.7 seconds, Parkview leads by 2, 49-47. Let's see what happens.
I think it all starts with Dexter Higgins. He's going to run the point, try to get something going downhill, but still got to believe Chandler Randall, who's going to inbound the basketball, has to get a touch on this possession.
Marion gets inbound to Higgins. Down to 10 seconds. Randall back to Higgins. Higgins with the right hand. He gets it to go. Tie ball game. Laneir can't get it off, and we're headed to overtime.
Parkview didn't have a timeout, and Higgins gets the ball, goes downhill. Nobody stops the basketball from getting all the way to the rim, and the 5'9" guard gets amongst the trees and finishes. And RJ spoke it into existence. Free basketball in Hot Springs.
Free basketball. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the overtime session of this 5A Boys Championship. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas TV Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Well, here's the final shot, Bobby, and it's a great move by Higgins.
The spin move from Higgins back to his strong hand, that left hand. Defense didn't rotate over, stop the basketball. He gets all the way to the rim and able to finish. About 3 seconds left, and that's when it was so big that Parkview didn't have any timeouts, didn't get a chance at it. And now 4 more minutes have been added to the clock, and you just thought 32 minutes was going to decide a hometown hero.
So Laneir's going to jump. He'll jump against, I believe that's Thompson. Or excuse me, that's Bruin.
Now the foul situation again creeps into play. Laneir with 4 for Parkview. Randall and Neal both with 4 for Marion. Jump ball is not a specialty for these two teams.
If you tuned in at the beginning, nobody even jumped on the very first time we did a jump ball.
Here we go. We got one.
They didn't practice that this season.
Meatloaf kind of said it. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Or was it 2?
So here comes Marion. As Dexter Higgins has it. Randall now on the left wing.
Parkview did a really good job on Randall in that final possession, but it was Higgins who made the play.
Back to Higgins, down to 2 on the shot clock, puts up a 3, can't get it to go. Rebounds pulled in by Parkview.
Good strong rebound from Parkview and Wills.
Laneir with the basketball. Goes left side, here's the 3 from the corner. They can't get it to go. And we've got a tie up and a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Parkview.
So it doesn't matter when you secure a rebound. We've already seen on 2 missed shots in overtime. You're going to have bodies diving in trying to get a tie possession.
Here's the inbound to Colby Bell. Laneir's got it as we're down to 3 minutes left here in the first overtime. Hansberry with the right hand, swatted away, taken by Marion. Up the right side, that's Higgins, it's blocked. Coming down is Randall to get the putback.
That's why you always follow the play, RJ. You may think it's a one-on-one opportunity, but you can never be too sure. Randall runs the floor and puts Marion in front.
Laneir for 3. He hits the bottom of the net. Laneir gives Parkview a 1-point lead. 3-pointing's not been a thing for either one of these teams. And Laneir just was able to light up the bottom of the net and give Parkview a 52-51 lead.
Yeah, Laneir has struggled from the floor, just 6 of 18 before that shot. But once you get to the extra period, wipe it all clean, and he hits a massive 3-pointer that puts Parkview in front.
2:32 to play. 52-51 right now. And here's the other thing that's pretty impressive. Randall's playing with 4 fouls. Neal's playing with 4 fouls. Higgins got 3. Laneir's got 4. Bell's got 3. I mean, and they're just right down there in the middle of all that.
Yeah, you can't think about fouls at this point now, RJ. Once you get to the late in the fourth quarter and the overtime, you cannot change your game because of the foul situation. You've got to lay it all out there. A state championship is weighing in the balance. And so your teammate, your fans have made the trip here to Hot Springs, deserve you to lay it on the line.
2:32 to play.
Not many people using the seats that they purchased today. Most of them on their feet, ready for this finish.
Inbound's going to come to Randall. And he'll quickly give it off to Higgins. Bounce pass down low to Neal. Nice cut that time. Can't get the finger roll to go, and Laneir comes down with it. Laneir stands at the jump circle as we're under 2 minutes to play. Laneir in the lane with a hand high off the glass. He gets it to go.
Laneir won that possession with the first step. He immediately beats Neal off the dribble, gets into the lane, and the defense couldn't stop him from that point. He has 19 now.
Left side, they go out to Highland. Higgins into the corner. Now he'll bring it out. And it's intercepted. Taken by Parkview. Quickly up. Here's Hansberry. Has it knocked away, but he gets it back. And now we've got a tie up and a foul.
Yep, Higgins going to pick up the personal. It's going to be his 4th. Tried to do too much on the other end with the thread the needle pass, and it's picked off, and then he gives up the foul on the other end. Parkview still on the bonus.
So at the free throw line is Aiden Hansberry. Can't get the first.
Three players on the floor for Marion now have 4 personals.
Got the second. So now you've got a 4-point game. Randall with the basketball. We approach a minute left in this one. Randall, left side, goes up with it, makes it go. And we've got a whistle and a foul. So he'll head to the free throw line to shoot one.
Really strong take from Randall. He initiated the contact, but the feet weren't set for the Parkview defender, able to have good body control, maintain his strength in the basketball, use the window for safety. Chance for 3.
Doesn't get the free throw to go. Laneir comes down with it. Left side to Bell. Now they swing it back right side to Hansberry.
Lost the shoe again.
The foul comes. As the foul's going to be assessed against Highland.
Second time Higgins has blown a tire. I'm going to check the laces.
Free throw is good. Back to a 4-point game. 46 seconds remain.
Don't have to settle for a 3. If you've got an easy bucket opportunity, you can take it here if you're Marion.
Now Marion's going to call a timeout with 43.4 seconds remaining, and Parkview leading 57-53.
Parkview's out of timeouts. Marion still has 1 after this. Of course, you get an extra one in the overtime period. I don't think you settle for a 3 here, Archie. I think you try to get going downhill, whether it's Randall or Higgins. Try to play a little defense, go for a steal, and if it takes you longer than the 11 seconds, which is the differential between the game and shot clock here, you give up a quick foul if you can't get a steal.
Definitely get you do what you've been doing, working down low, try to get the foul in the shot.
2 of 14 from the 3-point line doesn't give you a lot of confidence to settle for it. But if you get it within the system of the offense, and you get it a good look at it, it'd be hard to pass up.
Marion has 1 timeout remaining. Don't forget, the last time Marion won a state championship was 2019. For Parkview, it was 2018. .4 seconds remain. Marion's going to inbound it from in front of the scorer's table, and Higgins is going to handle it. Higgins kicks it left side to Highland. He traveled.
Yeah, shuffled the feet there. Parkview did a really nice job of staying in front of Higgins and forced him to give up the basketball, and Highlands didn't know what he was going to do with it and shuffled the feet.
So now Parkview's going to have it. As off the inbound will be Will, excuse me.
Shot clock's off here, so if you don't get an immediate steal or trap, you've got to give up the foul.
So they did that as they'll send Laneir to the line.
2 of 3 is Laneir from the stripe. 15 of 23 as a team. Hansberry's got 14 of those attempts.
First free throw is good.
Again, you don't have to settle for a 3 here if you're Marion. You can get a quick 2 and a timeout if you can get a good look. Either way, you got to push the tempo, get the ball up the floor in a hurry.
Makes the second, makes it 59-53. Here's Higgins off the glass, gets it to go, and we've got a timeout charge to Marion. It's back to a 4-point game.
Best case scenario there for Coach Sammy Lewis and company. Higgins gets all the way to the window, finishes, quick timeout, and now you have a chance to kind of redo what we just saw, try to get a quick steal and then a foul.
24.3 seconds. Don't forget, coming up tonight, we've got another slate of games as it's the 6A girls game. Springdale Harbor takes on North Little Rock, and then in the nightcap, the 6A boys game, you've got Little Rock Central and Bryant. And that'll be the end of championship weekend.
Spring sports season's officially here tonight. The little seasons have already started.
Baseball and softball back at Conway this year?
No, championships are moving to here in Hot Springs. Baseball, softball going to be held at Majestic Park. Soccer is going to be played at Hot Springs Lakeside. So at least the spring championships have a new home for a couple of years.
59-55. 24 seconds remain. Marion is still in their huddle right now as they're getting every second worth this timeout.
Immediate trap on an inbounds. If not, have to give up a foul immediately.
Parkview's got the ball. They're going to inbound it to Laneir, and he got fouled and hit the back of the head by Littlejohn.
See a lot of offense for defense substitutions here as well. Marion's got the 3 players and with 4 personal fouls. So pretty much every dead ball we're seeing bodies coming in and off the floor for Marion.
Laneir makes his first.
22 points now for Jacob Laneir.
Not had a bad game, has he?
Got to believe he's got a chance to come talk to us in a few minutes if this score holds.
5-point game. This is second. Here's a 3. They can't get it to go. Here's the putback, that time by Neal. And it's a 61-57 game. And the ball actually went into the student section, so they're saying they need to put time back on the clock.
No,
because
I think we may get a delay of game warning for Marion. He was trying to 22 for the Patriots. Randall was trying to give the ball to the official to force Parkview to take it out faster.
Gotcha.
You know, Parkview was doing the smart thing, taking their time.
Here's the inbound, and the foul's called with 8.8 seconds remaining.
As Higgins fouls out, we're going to take a look at the end of this play, and you're going to see Randall grab the basketball and try to give it to the official, and then he knocks it out of the hand, gets behind the camera crew, and all the seconds are still ticking off the clock during this whole process. And that's when you're supposed to leave the basketball alone, as the official will start to count eventually if Parkview doesn't take it out in a timely fashion.
First free throw is good. At the line shooting is Aiden Hansberry. Makes them both, and down to 8 seconds. Here's Littlejohn. Pull up from 3. Can't get it to go. Laneir is going to hold on to it, and the Parkview Patriots They are the champs of Class 5A for the first time since 2018.
Made the critical plays. Marion forces overtime, but Parkview came through in the extra period, and the Patriots are back on top of 5A basketball.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the trophy presentation, and we'll talk to both the MVP and the coach as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas TV Sports.
This is UAMS, an Arkansas Academic Medical Center, where research discoveries bring new hope and cures, where care is delivered by doctors who also train the next generation of health professionals, where specialists deliver treatment with compassion and respect for all patients across Arkansas. This is UAMS.
That's one fly for the right wing. Count it.
There's a dunk inside as the icing on the cake for Ladarius.
Here's a big play by Roberts. He'll go down the left side. One man to beat. He'll walk in the end zone for a touchdown. Right ahead. Here's a running lane at the 5. He'll walk in, touchdown.
There we go, Johnny Diaz.
5A baseball championship. Hard hit once again down the left field line. Will double and score 4-0 Valley View.
The wall. It's gone. 3-run homer.
You have to. This is the time to dig in and get the job done.
Kenzie Freeman with the big swing from the right side. She puts down another kill. And all that hard work finally paid off. She tries to go cross court. Nobody home, right in the middle.
Don't go anywhere because we've got a lot in store for you.
Here's the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars Class of 2024.
The Unified team is Special Olympic partners and peer partners. Friends, it's just incredible to watch how they have been impacted by this experience.
Hugo Bezdek's biggest contribution was the adoption of the Razorbacks and a whole sense of pride for this state and for this university.
What a game it was.
It's an exclamation point for an all-time Arkansas team.
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. Providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansans and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas TV Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people, and because it's an important part of our fabric in our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
So today was the first annual Harvest for Hope event. There's so much going on in agriculture right now. So we talked about what could we do to have an immediate impact for farmers. So we said, let's put a concert together and let's have it for to raise awareness of a topic that not a lot of farmers want to talk about.
So many people across the state support Arkansas agriculture, and we need to, because we don't just feed our families, we feed the state, we feed the United States, and we feed the world right here in Arkansas.
Coming soon on Arkansas TV.
Coach, congrats. Back here at Bank OZK Arena, there are your champs right there, the Parkview Patriots, as they hoist the trophy. And now we're joined by Jason Harrison, the head coach of the Parkview Patriots. And Coach, I got to tell you, it started off really slow. It was a defensive battle for the first half. Almost kind of lulled everybody to sleep. There wasn't much energy in the room. What did you tell your guys at halftime to kind of turn this thing around?
Man, I told them stop turning the ball over. It's like, man, they were getting a lot of easy buckets. And I felt like in a nip and tuck possession game like this, that, you know, easy buckets wouldn't come easy. And we gave them too many easy buckets. And we go back, I think they had like 8 or 10 points of our turnovers. And that's nothing we've been doing all year. So I told them to settle down. You know, let's get back to our brand of ball. And it was going to take however long it took. You know, and it took an extra 5 minutes. So, man, you know, thank God that we came out on top.
It almost seemed like you'd had a little extra intensity in that to start the fourth quarter offensively. You got them a little foul trouble, and then your offense started to kind of take off from that point.
Man, we kind of rhythm. You know, I think we were forcing, we were settling for too many jumpers, even though we had made some, especially Laneir. I told him, man, you know, when your jumper's not going, let's get to the foul line. Let's get in the paint. Use that big body you got. And he started to do that, then he made a big one. You know, so, man, it's one of those things, man, these guys fought hard for me all year, man. But before I get out of here, let me give kudos to my administration, Parkview, the alumni, the teachers, the support staff, all the kids that came out support, man, that we appreciate everything.
Talk about real quick, the guy that kind of paved the path for this. You guys are wearing the hoodie for this, and talk about the PV family. And everybody on your bench was wearing a hoodie. Just talk about what he's meant to this program.
Man, he meant everything to me, man. He was like my big uncle. You know, most people say, you know, Coach Fay like a father figure, but he never tried to be nobody's dad. He just tried to be someone that you respected and that you when you saw him, you show respect. And that's what I tried to embody, man. I even got the shoes that we wore in 1998. I got the jacket. I got the man with me, so I know I actually hit my playlist, and the first thing that popped up was guys playing. You know, and so when I knew this guy, I knew it was going to be a good day.
Coach, yeah, we're going to have you trade places with Jacob over there for radio, but congratulations. Little Rock basketball is back on top.
Man, back on top, baby. 25-01. Stand up.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. And we'll be having our MVP here shortly. As it was announced that Jacob Laneir is going to be the MVP of this state tournament, as Parkview, they win it by a final score of 63-57 in overtime. And now Jacob Laneir is making his way over to our broadcast position. And as he gets set up, we'll talk to him. But what an outstanding performance by Mr. Laneir and company. And now Jacob Laneir joins us. And Jacob, I was just talking to your coach. It's a slow start for you guys, not something that you guys normally are used to. And he said you got to quit turning the ball over. But for you, I mean, it was a slow start for you. You really kind of kicked it into gear after halftime.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's just the point. I mean, if players step up, me, Aiden, Kobe, everybody, we stepped up. It didn't matter about the turnover. It didn't matter about the last quarter. We just stepped up and played. We could not go home without winning this. This is for Coach Flanagan, this is for Parkview, just for every alum that's been here. We could not go home without winning this.
It just seemed like no shot was falling for either team. How big was that three that you hit in overtime, just for a confidence standpoint?
Man, I knew that was going in. You know, the hours and days I've been put in the gym, I knew that was falling. I have no doubt that was going in.
When you saw all those fans run on, it's been since 2018 since Parkview won a state championship. I saw you over there celebrating with all the student section that ran on the floor. What'd that mean to you? Because you're going on to bigger and better things, but to see all those guys and to celebrate with your student body, what'd that mean to you?
Man, I'm so happy for it, man. Like, people, seniors, like, getting to go out on a championship, that feeling, that must be amazing. I mean, I know it's amazing for me. I know it's amazing for them because they tell me about it every day in school, you know. I mean, we ain't going to let this down. You know, this is a confidence boost for everybody.
Well, good luck at the next level, but enjoy this today. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey, that is Jacob Laneir, who is our game MVP in this one. And Parkview, they went up by a final score of 63-57. Well, Bobby, we head to the highest classification in high school basketball tonight, as we'll have the 6A girls game with Springdale Harbor and North Little Rock. That'll be at 6 o'clock, followed by the 6A boys game, Little Rock Central and Bryant. And ought to be a lot of fun. You can catch all those games right here on Arkansas TV Sports. But until then, for Bobby Swafford, I'm RJ Hawk, and everybody with Arkansas TV Sports that helped put this one on. Your final score, Parkview 63, Marion 57 in overtime. So long, everyone.